the jungle, baby! You're gonna die!
I'm Alex, I'm the lead singer of Guns N' Yorkshire Roses.
My name's Scott Crowther. I do the role of Slash in Guns N' Yorkshire Roses.
I'm Luke, drummer for Guns N' Yorkshire Roses, and I take the role of Stephen Adler.
I'm Lee. I play Izzy in Guns N' Yorkshire Roses.
My name's Mick. I'm the bass player of Guns N' Yorkshire Roses. Also do a bit of backing vocals, and obviously the best looking one.
I reckon the band started, or the genesis of the idea started probably when I was 12 years old. My mate Tom at school, he lent me this tape. He'd taped the Use Your Illusions album, and I must have played that 350 times, and I became obsessed with Guns N' Roses because I'm a bit like that. And I was always fascinated by Axl's voice, how he made that sound, because to me it just sounded, you know, inhuman. Like, whoa, what's he doing there? And you know, when I joined bands and stuff, and I figured out a few of the things he was doing. So, you know, I've been in bands since I was 15, and it came around. I said, you know, I've learnt what he does, right? Why don't we start a Guns N' Roses tribute band? And got the guys together, and they were all up for it. And we got in a room, and it worked. And since then, we've been going about 2 years, and you know, we've been playing to bigger and bigger crowds. People seem to appreciate what we're doing. So for me, it started when we were 12, but I reckon about 18 months we've been playing together.
I've been in the band from day one. It was a decision between me and two of the other lads. After losing guitarists to other tribute acts, we thought, why don't we do a tribute ourselves? We knew Alex could sing like Axl Rose, so we said, let's go for Guns N' Roses.
So it originally formed from the ashes of an old cover band, to be honest. So I started in a cover band doing pubs, occasional clubs, and every member, bar Lee or Izzy, had been a part of that band at some point, but I was the original member throughout. As that band came to a close with myself and Alex and Mick were the last members in that band, and because the other members had left, we then thought, you know, we wanted to do something new, something different, something fresh. So we decided to, as Alex had always wanted to do since we were young, a Guns N' Roses tribute. And then we made the call to Scott. We got him on board, who used to be the lead guitarist for Obsidian, but during COVID that he felt that he didn't have the time because he had other commitments, etc. So we got in touch with him, he joined, and then we just needed the final piece, which when we made contact with Lee, who we've known from other bands on scene, and then he joined, and that were it.
The reason that we chose Guns N' Roses is because, for me personally anyway, I grew up with them. They were the first band that I ever got into. They were, and I just remember watching them on TV and listening to the records, and there was just this dangerousness about them. There was this raw dangerousness. At the time, there was, you know, music was pretty bland, and these guys came on and, you know, they kicked ass. And my whole life, I've just loved that raw energy that they bring. And when we were talking about what, you know, putting the band together, it were a no-brainer for me. I had to twist some people's arms that it were a good idea, but for me personally, it was a no-brainer.
Guns N' Roses came about basically because Alex can sound like Axl Rose. There's not many singers that can pull it off and sound like Axel used to back in the day. Once we realised that that's his forte, if you like, copying the songs musically is easy. You know, that's the hard part, is getting the front man. We already had the front man, we just had to turn him into the front man, if you know what I mean.
So the band, it exploded, the band. When we started, it was just, we'd got a couple of gigs. I think his first one was a social club in Doncaster, because we'd already had the dates from the cover band. So what we said is, we're doing this new project, and they were further down here. So we contacted them and we said, well, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to cancel the gigs, or do you want to see how we get on with this new project? And he said, what is it? So I told him. And he went, no, keep the dates. He says, let's see if you're ready in time. So we kept the dates, and we were ready, and we played his first show at Social in Doncaster. And just after that, it just seemed to snowball. Venues were contacting us, so we've played from pubs to working men's clubs, to festivals, to private dues. It's just growing, it's just getting bigger.
The band started before I joined. I was the last member in. They had another guy in, and then something went, and I got the call, can you come next week? And it was kind of simple as that.
Well, some of the things we've achieved along the way, we've played at Europe's biggest tribute festival, Tribfest. We've played some of the most iconic rock venues in England. We've also played at some iconic pubs like the Tan Hill, famous for obviously a band getting snowed in. You know, it's an iconic place to be. So when you can say, I've played there, or we've done this and we've done that, it's just going from strength to strength, really.
So in the band we've got Luke, he's the drummer. We've got Mick, who's a bass player. We've got Lee on the rhythm guitar, and Scott on lead guitar, and obviously me on lead vocals. And when we don't kill each other, it seems to work. So the band started quite small. We played one gig at the Social Bar in Doncaster, and after that it just seemed to explode. We've played up in as far as Scotland, we've played down south a few times, we played in Birmingham, Ace Rock Club there called Billesley Rock Club. And this year we've sort of moved onto the festivals, and we've had some amazing experiences. We've played at Tribfest, which was mind-blowing. There must have been 2,000 people in the tent that we played, all singing along, all enjoying themselves, and it's just got bigger and bigger in a way that I didn't really think it would, but it just seems to have.
Booking Guns and Yorkshire Roses, from the feedback we get from us, I like to say customers because I'm self-employed, but they're not customers, from us fans, if you like. The same comments come back all the time. It was like taking you back to that era. It was like going back to 86, 87 and watching them, but sounding like the albums back then, taking people back, most authentic, most raw, like being there, if you know what I mean. Sort of, I can't think of the word, authentic, original, proper. And that's what we've gone for. You know, there's other Guns N' Roses tributes out there which are fantastic, got more followers, more things, but we're getting the same feedback. We're the most authentic, going back to that era.
So I've been in the band from the beginning, which I think it started in January last year when we started, and then we started gigging in sort of May time, so yeah, pretty much from the get-go.
In the future, we just love to play more festivals because we love the festival experience. The festivals we've played so far have been mind-blowing, and we'd just like to play more and more.
We'd like to see this just keep going from strength to strength. More festivals, reaching more of an audience that's into Guns N' Roses. The pubs, and certainly the clubs over the years, the music venues have just naturally disintegrating because of the economy, stuff like that. Where we enjoy most, obviously it's least work, least loading, festivals. You know, people are there for a good time. You go to a working men's club and people expect to be entertained. You know, what's this? You sell us as a Guns N' Roses and they know it Guns N' Roses, they come to enjoy Guns N' Roses.
So the future of the band looks really good in my eyes, yeah. We've gone from the last 12 months, we've just going up and up and up, you know, as followers are getting increasing. You know, the opportunities that we've had are getting better and better. So yeah, it's looking really good.
The future for the band is hopefully going pretty well. We're going strength to strength, building a fan base. Each gig just seems better than the last one. The band's getting tighter. And we're just having fun. And just long may we continue just having fun and bringing the music out there.
I want it to be the best Guns N' Roses tribute that the UK has ever seen. I want it to be that big that we expand into Europe, etc. There's a lot of festivals we see in like Cyprus and places like that. I've seen other tribute bands play there that we know. And I would like to perform on them. I would like to make it as big as it possibly can get to the real thing. And it takes a lot of hard work, you know, not just getting the show right, but it's, you know, we've got to get the music right, we've got to get the performance on stage right, we've got to get, you know, all these factors that get up, you know, where you're constantly Googling what did they wear on this festival, etc. So yeah. I'd like it to be the best it can be.
The most I like about music is it's like escapism. The music takes you back to them eras. I can remember buying the albums, you can remember listening to them on the radio, you can remember being drunk on a night out listening to the songs. Now I get to stand on stage in front of people doing that to other people. Not necessarily getting them drunk. I'm not allowed to do that anymore. But certainly watching people appreciate and enjoy what you're doing and being good at it.
I love the most just being able to travel the country, meet people, you know, obviously the performance side of it. So just being able to get up on stage is obviously the main reason that we do it. We just love it. We've got a passion for music. So the live aspect of it and just, you know, meeting new people, travelling the countries, you know, it's just what we love to do.
The thing I like most about playing in a band is the interaction with the audience. Eye to eye, straight, look them in the eye and just have fun with them. A few beers, join the party.
The thing I like most is there's no better buzz than playing live in front of an audience. You know, listening to them sing along, they're having a good time. You just get a burst of adrenaline, and like I say, it's better than alcohol. It's better than oat. The buzz that you get from knowing that all these thousands of people have, you know, and they've paid their good hard-earned money to come and watch you, but you are absolutely making their day. And then off the back of that, once the performance is over, you get all the comments. So, you know, on the social medias and that, and some of the comments we get, they're fantastic and, you know, well received from band.
Music makes me feel everything. It's been my entire life. I've loved music since a very early age. I just love playing guitar. I just love the whole thing. I saw Guns N' Roses in '88 when they were in the big Donington Monsters of Rock. 2 people got killed. I were in that crush. It's always stuck with me. To be playing that music now, nearly 30 years or whatever it is, it's crazy. But the songs still work today as they did then.
Music to me is, it sounds a bit cliche, but to me it's sort of like getting on stage and playing music as a way of like escaping your day to day. sort of thing. So for me to get on the stage, play music, is where I can just forget about everything and just get in this little bubble where I can just not have to worry about anything and just have a really good time.
So if you want to book Guns and Yorkshire Roses, go on his Facebook page, Guns in with an N, Yorkshire Roses. Message us through there. Somebody will get back to you, usually it's Luke, and we'll send you an email. Or basically come and see us at a festival. Tap us on the shoulder. You can approach us, we'll talk to you. We love having photographs taken, and we love people, you know, getting involved. Photographs at the end of festivals and coming off stage, something I've never dreamt about. And now it's every time we finish a song, we have to go out and we have to have his photograph taken with people because people just love it.